drop out of college. If you still believe in love, leave school as soon as you finish reading this, especially if you're young. If you happen to find yourself old and thinking about going back to school, don't do it, even if you're really lonely. If you finished a degree already, don't enroll in graduate school unless they never taught you how to read. You can learn to sing in the shower. If you still believe in love, don't go to college in the first place. If it's too late, try to get an advance on your financial aid and buy a plane ticket to Greece. Everything there is to know, people knew 2,000 years ago. In Athens, collect stones. The government collapsing all around you will be sure to blame any and all deaths occurring as a result of anti-systemic movements on anarchists. Throw stones at professors who moonlight as riot cops on weekends. Few people actually care to listen to you go on and on about what you thinking about majoring and minoring in. You can't learn to start fires in creative writing departments. Don't major in psychology or international relations. Major in other people. Start with your immediate family. There are an infinite number of things you don't even know about your older siblings. If you're an only child, get a minor in the regulars, the dive bar, in the alley. Odds are they never went to college either. Avoid universities altogether. The humanities building at your school was built after 1968. It was designed by the same architecture firm as the California State Penitentiaries. Instead of cells, they have offices. The halls there are long and narrow where you can only fit a few people at a time on purpose. If you still believe in love, throw a party on New Year's Eve. Invite everyone you know in town. Be sure at some point in the evening to tell each individual why they particularly have held a profound place in your life over the last year. And then, when you wake up the next morning, sell everything you own. Cancel your phone and move to a town you've never been to before. Start over. Get a new phone, a new job, a new apartment, make new friends, good friends, the ones who can influence you, the ones you can confide in, and then, on New Year's Eve, throw a party. Invite everyone you know in town. Be sure at some point in the evening to tell each individual why they particularly have held a profound place in your life over the last year. As soon as you wake up the next morning, sell everything you own. If you still believe in love, start over. Stick to places where people speak the same language as you. If you run out of places like this, learn a new language. Study Mandarin instead of French. If you are currently enrolled in French classes, drop them. You can learn basic Mandarin colloquialism just by asking the right questions on the bus. Your professors only possess answers. Do not listen to PhDs unless they are encouraging you to drop out of college. You can still sleep with your philosophy professor even after you leave school. You cannot be taught to ask questions. Especially in universities, they give seminars on how best to keep quiet. If you still believe in love, keep pushing. Classrooms are perfect, breeding grounds for homogeny. They are too sterile for thinking. Try and do your thinking in places that are aesthetically pleasing to you, like busy street corners or rare antique stores. If you still believe in love, study Mandarin in antique store basements with pretty things on the wall. The things you do once every day, do these things once a week. The things you do once every week, do these things once a month. The things you do once every month, do these things once a year. The things you do once a year, do once in your lifetime. If you still believe in love, do more things. The first thing you need to do is drop out of college. While you're still young, before the banal becomes so unbearable you forget that you knew everything once. If you are currently putting off graduation because you are afraid of thinking to yourself, fuck me, now what am I going to do? Don't graduate. You've spent enough time in your life up to this point following instructions. The dive bar in the alley opens at 4 p.m. and you can save a lot of money just by quitting smoking.
Yes. Yep.